In chapter 10, Thomas à Kempis warns us against getting too involved with the tumultuousness of the world, and even entering into fruitless and defiling discussions, because these things not only enthrall us in his word, bringing us into bondage by casting a spell over us, they also defile us inwardly. We looked at this in the previous video. Now, this is a particular danger for the Christian because he or she is a target for Satan. Satan knows that when he injures the witness of a Christian, he injures Christ. Jesus himself frequently withdrew from the world. Luke 5:16, for instance. Now, if he felt the need to do so, how much more should we? Thomas à Kempis goes on to look deeper into this problem of being too preoccupied with the world. He says this: the cause why we so willingly talk, and we may think of social media as they call it, is for that by discoursing one with another, we seek to receive comfort one of another. This is a simple and profound truth. Have you noticed that we tend to only watch those videos or read those reports with which we agree? This is probably because there is a measure of comfort in hearing others of like mind express what we ourselves are thinking. We are relieved to hear someone speaking sense as we see it. Hearing that with which I already agree gives me comfort. But is this comfort of any real, lasting value? Of course not. Does it really make any difference that so-and-so agrees with me, let alone receiving comfort by the fact? Shouldn't we be seeking comfort in God? My soul, wait in silence for God only, for my hope is from him. Psalm 62:5. Moses cast himself down before God when he was troubled. Numbers 16:4. David strengthened himself in the Lord. 1 Samuel 30:6. Enoch sought the Lord so much that God decided he wanted him in heaven. Genesis 5:24. We should take care that we are not in any way becoming reliant on hearing opinions with which we agree. My friend coined the term newsaholic, as I mentioned in the previous video. Maybe there is also such a thing as comfortholic, a condition in which a person is constantly seeking the comfort of like-minded people. This may not seem too harmful, but we must ask ourselves, is this keeping me from a deeper relationship with God? Satan would love it to be so. At the end of our lives, what will it matter? How much comfort we found in people, or how much comfort we found in God? Let's read the rest of the quote. It says this: we willingly talk because we have a desire to ease our mind, overwearied with sundry thoughts. Overwearied. We shouldn't be in this condition to start with, but it can happen. It was the prophet Daniel who discerned something very interesting about the last days, these days. He said that one of the methods of satanic attack would be to wear out the saints. The phrase was to wear out the saints of the Most High. You find it in Daniel 7:25. If I am overwearied, in the words of Thomas à Kempis, as a result of too much news, then it's essential that I recognize this to be one of the stated methods of satanic attack in these last days. It's not to be taken lightly. A worn-out Christian is not a light to those around them. Thomas à Kempis makes a simple but brilliant observation. We like to talk of those things which we feel most contrary and troublesome to us. Listen to most people's conversation and occasionally listen to your own. It's likely that you'll be hearing contrary and troublesome things. Negativity fills the air. We even find ourselves using the ugly and defiling expressions of the world, forgetting that a person can be defiled by what comes out of his mouth. Matthew 15, verse 11. The world is teaching us profanity. If this is me, I must break the bad habit. Jesus said, "Come to me, all ye that weary and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. We could adapt it to, Come to me, all ye that are overwearied, and I will give you rest. Maybe overwearied with too much bad news. Without rest, we cannot hear God, and hear God we must in these tumultuous days. Our lives depend upon finding rest, the place where we hear God speaking to us. This business is truly a life or death issue. A Christian has no viable option to hearing God, because it's the alternative between abundant life or withering on the stem, and being unprepared when he returns, which I believe will be very soon. Let's not greet him with weary voices when he comes, but with shouts of triumph springing from full hearts. May we all be refreshed in the Spirit of Jesus this week and be bright witnesses to the gospel